For this video, I'm going to discuss Math 9 Module Quarter 1, Week 8, transforms the quadratic function defined by y equals ax squared plus bx plus c into the form y equals a times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k and vice versa. Then what's in? Activity 1, hashtag learn as 1. Express each of the following perfect square trinomial as a square of a binomial. So in here, what we're going to do is just look at the constant term. In example number 1, this is 4 here. So what we're going to do is just get the square root of that number. So square root of 4 is 2. And the variable here is L. So your answer should be quantity of L, variable, then plus 2 squared. So this is how you're going to express L squared plus 4L plus 4 into square of a binomial. So just do the same with numbers 2 to 10. Activity 2, the secret during pandemic. Match the given square of a binomial to its equivalent perfect square trinomial. Write the corresponding letter of your answer to find out the secret during pandemic. So what you're going to do here is just operate the binomial. So you're going to square here x minus 4 for number 1. So the answer here will be the third term. For the last term, negative 4 squared, that will be 16. So in here, this is 16. Or you can have letter P. Then for the second term, you're going to multiply the 2x and negative 4. So x times negative 4 is negative 4x. Then times 2, that will be negative 8x. So this is the one here, negative 8x. And x times x, that will be x squared. So the answer for number 1 here is P. Letter P. So just do numbers 2 to 9. Activity 3, completing the square to square of a binomial. Perform completing the square to the following equations. Then simplify the perfect square trinomial to obtain a square of a binomial. So for number 1, x squared minus 8x plus 5, what you're going to do first is you're going to transpose the constant term to the right side. So you're going to have here x squared minus 8x, then transpose 5 to the right side. This will become negative 5. Okay. Then in here, you're going to add to both sides the square of 1/2 the numerical coefficient of x. So 1/2 of negative 8 is negative 4. Then you're going to square that one. Negative 4 squared is 16. So you're going to add to both sides 16. So you're going to have x squared minus 8x plus 16. Then equals negative 5 plus 16. Okay. Negative 5 plus 16 is 11. So we're going to have here x squared minus 8x plus 16 equals 11. Then next is you're going to express this one as a square of a binomial. So we squared on the second step negative 4. So you're going to have your here x minus 4 squared equals 11. Okay. Then if we're going to transpose 11 back to the left side, you're going to have x minus 4 squared minus 11 equals 0. Okay. So this is now the answer. So just do numbers 2 to 5. So just do the same process. Then what's new? Fill in the boxes by following the steps found on the right side. Number 1, f of x equals 3x squared minus 4x plus 1. Then you're going to group together the terms containing x or the variable. So you're going to have here blank times the quantity of x squared minus blank times x. This is grouping the variables or variable terms. Then plus 1. So factor out a. So we're going to have in the blank here the value of a, which is 3. So this should be 3 here in this first blank. Okay. Then x squared minus blank. So you have there 4/3 minus 4/3. This is 4 or negative 4 divided by 3. So negative 4/3 x. The next here is you're going to add the square of 1/2 the numerical coefficient of x. So the numerical coefficient of x here is negative 4/3 here. So 1/2 of negative 4/3 is negative 4 times over 6. Okay, negative 4 over 6. Then simplifying that one, that will be negative divisible by 2. So negative 2 over 3. Okay, negative 2 over 3. Then squaring that one, that will be 4 over 9. So this is the answer here. Okay, plus 4 over 9. Then plus 1 here. Then next step is you're going to subtract the constant and the term outside the parentheses. So you're going to subtract 3, the term outside the parentheses, and the one that you have added here. Okay, so you're going to have in this next step minus 3 times 4 over 9. This is the answer here. Next is you're going to express x squared minus 4/3 x plus 4 over 9 as a square of a binomial. So you squared on the second step negative 2/3. So that is why you're going to have here 3 times the quantity of x minus 2/3 squared. Then solving here 1 minus 3 times 4 over 9. So cancel 3. This is divisible by 3. 3 and 9 divisible by 3. So you're going to have here negative 1 times 4 over 3. That will be negative 4 over 3. So 1 minus 4 over 3. So this is just the same as 3/3 minus 4/3. So this will be equal to negative 1/3. This one here. So you're going to have your answer as f of x equals 3 times the quantity of x minus 2/3 squared minus 1/3. Then just do the same with number 2. What is it? What you did in the previous page was that you have transformed a quadratic function written in the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c into the form y equals a times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k. It is important to note that the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c is called the standard form by some references. Others recognize it as the general form, and that their standard form is the vector form, which is y equals a times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k. So to avoid confusion in this module, the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c is not labeled as the standard form of quadratic function, but is referenced by its equation instead. So the form y equals a times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k is labeled as the vertex form of the quadratic function. So this is called as the vertex form. It's because you can find here the vertex hk. So this is the part of the parabola that is either the minimum or the maximum point. So it is essential to know the vertex form because this is suitable to use when working with problems involving vertex and graph of a quadratic function, which will be discussed in the next module. So below are more examples of transforming y equals ax squared plus bx plus c into vertex form and vice versa. Anyways, y is just the same as f of x. So they are just the same. Again, y equals to f of x. So let's have example number 1 here. Express y equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 16 in the vertex form y equals a times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k, and give the values of h and k. So for the solution, y equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 16. So the same with the example that we have discussed a while ago. So you're going to factor out the value of a. So factor out 3 in here. Then 3x squared divided by 3 is x squared. So 3 times the quantity of x squared. Then negative 12x divided by 3, that will be negative 4x. So you're just to divide the terms in here with the value of a, 3. Okay, so you have there 3 times the quantity of x squared minus 4x plus 16. Then next is you're going to add to x squared minus 4x the square of 1/2 the numerical coefficient of x. So the numerical coefficient of x here is negative 4. So 1/2 of negative 4 is negative 2. Okay, so you're going to square that one. Negative 2 squared is 4. So you have there 3 times the quantity of x squared minus 4x plus 4. Then after that one, you're going to subtract that one to the constant 16. So you're going to subtract the one that you have added here, 4, and the value of a, which is 3. Okay, so you have there 16 minus 3 times 4. 3 is a. 4 here is the number that you have added in here. Okay, then solving that one. So x squared minus 4x plus 4, if we're going to express that one as a square of a binomial, so you squared negative 2, so you are going to have 3 times the quantity of x minus 2 squared, then plus 16, the negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. Then 16 minus 12 is 4. So your answer here will be y equals 3 times the quantity of x minus 2 squared plus 4. Hence, y equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 16 can be expressed as y equals 3 times the quantity of x minus 2 squared plus 4. So the value of h and k are 2 in here. This is the value of h, 2. And the value of k is 4 in here. Okay, x minus h squared plus k. Take note that h in this case is not negative 2 because the vertex form is always y equals a times the quantity of x minus h squared plus k, and not y equals a times quantity of x plus h squared plus k. Then example number 2, transform y equals x squared plus 12x plus 32 into its vertex form and give the values of h and k. So in here, the value of a is 1. So you're going to have x squared plus 12x plus 32. The next steps, you're going to add to x squared plus 12x the square of 1/2 the numerical coefficient of x. So the numerical coefficient of x here is 12. Okay, so 1/2 of 12 is 6. Then 6 squared is 36. So we're going to have here x squared plus 12x plus 36. Then plus 32. Then minus 36. Okay, since the value of a here is 1, so 1 times 36 is 36. Then express x squared plus 12x plus 36 into square of a binomial. So you squared, and the second step 6, so 6 squared. So you're going to use that one. So you're going to have quantity of x plus 6 squared. 32 minus 36 is negative 4, so you have there negative 4. Okay. Hence, y equals x squared plus 12x plus 32 can be expressed as y equals quantity of x plus 6 squared minus 4. The values of h and k are negative 6. So in here, the value of h is negative 6. So x plus 6 squared. So this is the same as x minus negative 6 squared. So the value of h here is negative 6. And the value of k is negative 4 respectively. There is another way though to rewrite a quadratic function y equals ax squared plus bx plus c into its vertex form. Let us transform it. So you have there y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Group together the terms containing x. So you're going to group ax squared plus bx. Next is factor out a. So you're going to have a times the quantity of x squared plus b over a x plus c. So the same with what we did in the previous examples. Then next is you're going to complete the square. So completing the square, you're going to have 1/2 of b over a. So 1/2 of b over a is b over 2a. Square that one. Then you're going to have plus c minus a times the quantity of b over 2a squared. So the same with the process. Then b over 2a squared is b squared over 4a squared. Then same with this one. Okay, in here. Then expressing this one, you're going to have a times the quantity of x plus b over 2a squared. So this is the square of a binomial form of x squared plus b over ax plus b squared over 4a squared. Then solving c minus a times b squared over 4a squared. So you're going to cancel a here. So a squared here will become a. So you're going to have b squared over 4a. So c minus b squared over 4a. Then you're going to have y equals a times the quantity of x plus b over 2a squared. Then solving c minus b squared over 4a. LCD is 4a. 4a divided by 1 in here is 4a times c, 4ac. Then 4a divided by 4a is 1 times negative b squared. That will be minus b squared. So you're going to have y equals a times the quantity of x plus b over 2a squared plus 4ac minus b squared over 4a. So the vertex form is y equals a times the quantity of x plus b over 2a squared plus 4ac minus b squared over 4a. Thus, we can have h, the vertex, equal to negative b over 2a. Then, k as 4ac minus b squared over 4a. So with this formula, we can convert a quadratic function in the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c into the vertex form without completing the square. So let us answer the first example in the previous page using this solution. So example 3, express y equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 16 in the vertex form using the values of h and k. So from the given, a equals 3, b equals negative 12, and c equals 16. So finding the value of h is equal to negative b over 2a. So negative of negative 12, the value of b, over 2 times 3, the value of a. So negative of negative 12 is 12. 2 times 3 is 6. So 12 divided by 6 is 2. So the value of h is 2. Then solving for k, you're going to have 4 ac minus b squared over 4a. So 4 times a, which is 3. Then c, which is 16. So 4 times 3 times 16. Minus b squared. So b is negative 12. So negative 12 squared. Then over 4 times the value of a, which is 3. Then 4 times 3 times 16 is 192. Minus negative 12 squared is 144. Over 4 times 3, which is 12. Then 192 minus 144 is 48. And 48 divided by 12 is 4. Okay? So the values of h and k are 2 and 4 respectively. Substituting them to the vertex form y equals a times quantity of x minus h squared plus k, we obtain y equals a, the value of a is 3, then times the quantity of x minus h, which is 2, so minus 2 squared, then the value of k 4, so plus 4, which is the same with our answer in example 1. Okay, so you can just select which of the method you like. So it's either this one or the previous example. The value of k is also equal to f of h, or the function of h. In other words, k is equal to y. Here's a quick hack to obtain the value of k in the example above. So k is equal to y equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 16. Substituting the value of h, which is 2, to the variable x. So you're going to have k is equal to y equals 3 times, this is x squared, so 2 squared minus 12 times 2 plus 16. So you're going to have k is equal to 2 squared is 4, so 3 times 4. Then negative 12 times 2 is negative 24 plus 16. 3 times 4 is 12 minus 24 plus 16. So you're going to have negative 12 plus 16, and k is equal to 4. So the same answer with our previous answer. Now try answering example 2 using h equals negative b over 2a and k equals 4ac minus b squared over 4a, or k is equal to f of x or y. And find out if your answer is the same with when using completing the square. Then example 4, express y equals quantity of x plus 6 squared minus 4 into the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So for our solution, just expand x plus 6 squared. So you're going to have the first term of your answer as the square of the first term of the binomials x. X squared is x squared in here. Then second term is multiply the 2x and 6, then times 2. So x times 6 is 6x times 2, 12x. Then the last term of your answer will be the square of the second term, which is 6. 6 squared is 36. Then minus 4. Then combine 36 and 4. So you're going to have x squared plus 12x. 36 minus 4 is 32. Okay? Hence, y equals quantity of x plus 6 squared minus 4 can be written as y equals x squared plus 12x plus 32. Then example 5, rewrite f of x equals 2 times the quantity of x plus 3 squared minus 22 into the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So vertex form to standard form. So for the solution, f of x equals, we are going to expand first x plus 3 squared. So first term, x squared. Second term, x times 3 times 2. X times 3 is 3x times 2, 6x. Then third term, 3 squared is 9. So you're going to have there 2 times x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 22. Then distribute 2 to each of the terms inside the parentheses. So 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times 6x is 12x, so plus 12x. 2 times 9 is 18, so plus 18, then minus 22. 18 minus 22 is negative 4, so you have there your answer. F of x equals 2x squared plus 12x minus 4. Then, what's more? Activity 4, a colorful time. Identify each of the following quadratic functions below if they have the correct values of h and k. If the quadratic function has the correct values of both h and k, color the box that contains the corresponding number of the quadratic function. If not, leave it uncolored. You can choose any color you want. So to make this one simple, if the given values of h and k are correct, so just write true. If not, then write the correct values of h and k. Okay? Then activity 5, reversing the process. So rewrite the quadratic functions written in vertex form into the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c by following the steps. So this is just the same with the examples that we have discussed earlier. So just apply those skills that you have learned. What I have learned. Activity 6, cloud data storage. In the cloud storage below, write your answer in paragraph for the following questions. When do you think it is necessary to express a quadratic function in the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. 2. When is it necessary to express it in the vertex form? Which solution do you find easier in transforming a quadratic function, completing the square or using h and k values? And state the reasons why. Okay? So just answer the questions. Then what I can do, solve the following problem and write your solution on the space provided below. So if there are problems, so just answer what is asked in the problem. The next is the post-test assessment. So you have there 10 questions. So answer that one and write your answer in your paper. So that's it for this video. If you have questions about this topic, just comment below. So thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye!